Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon again. My name is Nick and I'm a financial analyst in OLYMP Trades. Well, today is Friday and actually we start our stream about trading psychology. So this is some type of a masterclass where we are discussing the most interesting and the most popular psychological mistakes so that we will be able to avoid them. So before we do this, the stream will be actually really short, so I will leave time for answering questions. But before we do this, before we go to our topic, so please let me know in the chat if everything's okay with the sound and the video. So please just type something, greet me somehow, type pluses if the sound is good and if the video, the picture is good too. Thank you very much. Okay, well, audio increase. Guys, what is with audio? All good. Video and sound is good. Great. I won't be able to withdraw my money. Well, this is not a question, so look, well, all withdrawal and transferring questions, guys, we've got tech support team. My colleagues will definitely answer you. So if you have any questions about withdrawing and transferring money on your accounts, okay, so just please ask them, so they will definitely help. So this is out of my responsibility, unfortunately. Again, so let's check the picture and the audio. Is everything okay? Yes, I did. I did read your comment. Next time you will be banned. How to gain money on this app? Please, somebody reply me. Well, we will discuss this, so I will try to help. Well, actually, so just give you some tips how you can do this. All good. Thank you very much. Well, greetings, guys. The stream is in English, so just by the way, so pay attention to this too. I made $15,000 in my demo account. May I start with live accounts? Actually, yes. So you almost doubled your account, so you made like 50%. That's quite good. You can try to start, but pay attention to trading psychology, okay? So because this is really important. Because on demo accounts, you are not afraid of losing money, and this is actually a bad thing. Yeah, so on real accounts, people are scared to lose money. Hello, I'm from Indonesia. Greetings to Indonesia. Nice to meet you. I'm finding it difficult to deposit with my MasterCard. I'm from Nigeria. What's the problem? Mahmoud, well, write to tech support team. My colleagues will help you, okay? So I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, so they have to look at it. Yes. My emotions, well, I guess so. The question is, I cannot control my emotions. Well, we will discuss it, but at the end of the stream, okay? So just remind me, please, to answer this question. Give me money, please. I will not do this, unfortunately. Unfortunately for you, maybe. India. Greetings to India. Greetings to India, guys. Okay. So now. Okay, so today, guys, we are going to discuss even two bias, two psychological problems, and here is my presentation so that we will speak about them. Yes. So fear of making a mistake bias. So let me explain to you what it is. So, well, a trader is afraid to accept mistakes, yes, and try to avoid such situations where he or she feels guilt. For example, in real life, so for example, so we bought, so let's say, so we bought something, we bought the United States dollars, and the United States dollars, dollar is starting to fall down. So, well, actually, a trader prefers to hold his or her positions because he tries to avoid guilt. Yeah, so he feels guilty, and we don't want to feel guilt. We want to, we want to be always right, and this is actually the biggest problem, yes, in people's psychology. We always want to be right. So that is why, well, as for trading, so guys, you have to understand that trading, so you can make a mistake. So this is quite usual thing. So when you are losing money, it means that you made a mistake, and you have to be prepared to this. Yes. So if you prepare to this, well, actually you will be ready to change your opinion, and you will be ready to accept your mistakes. Yes. And if you accept your mistakes, you will be ready to correct your behavior. So let's say so. Yes. And to correct them. Are we good? Good. And the second mistake here, yeah, so well, as I told you, so we are discussing two mistakes today, yeah, so two bias today. So this is the tendency for a person to demand higher price for something that this person possesses. Yes, well, this is possession bias. What do I mean? So for example, guys, so you are buying a car, so when you bought this car, actually, so, and you want to sell it to somebody, so usually there is the tendency to demand higher price. Yes, because you think that this is your possession, so yes, and you want, this is your property. So that is why that is quite logical that psychologically you want to sell your property for the high price. So the same is true for the market, for the currency. So when you buy something, when you buy euros, when you buy dollars, and after a while, so you have to sell these euros or these dollars to get profit. For example, yes, sometimes people they have traders, they have a tendency to wait because they want the higher price. Usually it can lead to losses. Yes, so because the price cannot rise for eternity, so somewhere, somehow, the price will reverse. So just pay attention to these guys. So again, the first mistake is that we actually try to avoid our mistakes. We don't want to accept our mistakes, yes, and we are afraid to make a mistake. And the second one, the second psychological bias, is that actually if we possess something, if we have something, if we owe something, yes, no, sorry, not owe, but we possess something, so if we have property, we want always to get higher price for this property. Well, as a result, so we can actually hold our positions, yes, well, I mean, so for example, hold an asset, euros, dollars, or something else, and we can make a mistake because euros or dollars can fall down, yes, and so well, and this is really important to pay attention to these two. Okay, so now I'm ready to answer your questions if you have them about psychology, about any other things too. Okay. Greetings from Botswana. Greetings, guys. I make 67,000 in my demo accounts, but when I trade, I lose all the time. Again, guys, trading on real accounts and trading on demo account, these are two different things. Unfortunately, yes, for you, but actually on demo accounts, you don't have any fears. Yes, so you are not afraid to lose money. And on real accounts, when the money is real, definitely psychology works. Yes, well, in this case you can definitely lose money. My experience for trading is 5.5 years, but not good, Russell. Well, actually, my experience in trading is more than 10 years, and sometimes I make mistakes too. Yeah, so that's quite sure. Sometimes I lose money. How many times we lose sequentially before we stop? A very good question. So look, guys, as for me personally, I strongly recommend you to pay attention to your feelings. Yeah, so to your reaction. Yeah, so let's say so. You have to trade when you are relaxed. Yeah, so let's say so, guys, when you are relaxed, because if you are not, if you feel tension, you will make mistakes. So that's for sure. So please pay attention to this. So if you feel that actually you are tired, if you feel that actually you start gamble, you have to stop. Close your monitor, switch it off. Yeah, so switch off your laptop, make a pause, don't trade, like for example, for 1 or 2 days. You will see that the situation will get better. Yeah, so it will be definitely better, because when a person is relaxed, when a trader is relaxed, he or she trades better. So that's for sure. Does this also apply to trade with, yes, it's, well, yes, definitely, definitely. So, well, as for options, the same situation, the same situation. So look, when you trade on options, so the same, well, sometimes traders, they afraid to make a mistake. So for example, sometimes they can miss, you can miss good opportunities to trade, to open positions. Yes, because, well, a trader, so a trader is afraid to trade. Well, as a result, he or she can miss good chance to trade. Yes, just because of this fear to make a mistake, for example. Yes. Well, as for possession bias, it's not like this, because your trade will be closed after a while, and it will be closed automatically. But with options, yes, well, a fear of making a mistake. So this is quite usual. How to trade when the market is bearish? A very good question. Well, actually, if the market is bearish, so you are trading down. Yes, so let me show this to you on the chart. So again, guys, for example, so here is gold. Well, gold is rising now, yes. But so for example, if we take, okay, so let's take, for example, euro, United States dollar. Well, if you look at this currency globally, well, the trend is bearish. You see, so the pair is falling down. Well, in this case, you start trading down. You start trading down. Yeah, so you start trading down mostly, for example. So that is the main tip here. Just like this, against the currency. Okay. Can you teach about support and resistance? Okay, so I'm gonna show them to you. What do you prefer, options or forex? Well, as for me personally, I prefer forex. Why so? Because I think that options are more difficult. Well, as for me personally, so maybe, of course, you can make money just in several minutes on options. But guys, pay attention that this is quite risky, and actually you can lose money too. Yeah, so that's why, well, to me, forex is closer. So let's say so. It's like more understandable. So let's say so. All you need to do is understand the candlestick. If that is what you use, know this individual significance, and always pay attention to financial news. That will guide you. So thank you very much, Chris. Well, actually, so I totally agree with you. So that's for sure. Don't trade in isolation. What do you mean by isolation? Well, yeah, you mean alone? So here I cannot agree. So I disagree, because actually trading is quite intimate thing. Yeah, so you have to trade alone. By the way, your personal opinion: how many missed predictions you should stop trading? So guys, again, it depends on your attitudes. Depends on your feeling. So for example, so if you feel that you can make like several trades more, you may continue trading, but you have to be relaxed. You have to be relaxed. If you are not relaxed, so if you are losing money, so for example, you made like several trades, you lost money, make a pause. So there is no like an exact answer. Yeah, so just after 2 losses, stop trading. No, it all depends on your personal attitude, on your personal behavior. Okay, relax, this is the key. Yeah, so that's for sure. Okay, now guys, now let's speak a little bit about support and resistance lines. So here, well, I was drawing something. Well, anyway, so look, what are support and resistance lines? The idea is quite simple. The market is moving, for example, the market is moving sideways. Yeah, so the trend is flat, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you are trying to draw lines. So, and these lines will link maximums and minimums of the price, maximums and minimums. So guys, there are several tips here. So tip number 1, the more the price touches this line, the better. So this is tip number one. Tip number two. Actually, it is better if there are no false breakthroughs. So what is a false breakthrough? So the price breaks the line and returns back. So such situations, they are quite bad. They are quite bad. So try to avoid them. But sometimes it's impossible. So be ready that sometimes when you are drawing these lines, you will see such situations, and sometimes they are quite usual. So this is flat. So when the market is moving in a flat, so you can draw support, resistance lines, horizontal lines. Sometimes the market is moving up, so the trend is bullish. In this case, guys, I strongly recommend you to start drawing support line first. So you are using minimums of the price, and you are trying to draw the support line here. So let's have a look at the real chart. So for example, at gold again. So gold is rising. So look, if you take 1 day time frame, not 1 hour time frame, 1 day time frame, yes, you see that gold is rising. So here definitely it is better to try to start drawing support line first. Yes, it's easier to do this. So I'm changing the trend line, sorry, choosing the trend line. Okay, so what's wrong? Trend line. And now I'm using minimums of prices, and I start drawing this line. So this will be the first support line here. Look, the first support line here. So here we go. Sometimes you see, guys, that the trend actually it becomes faster. So you see, well, the price was rising up, down, up, and suddenly the price starts moving faster. Yes, well, in this case I can do the following. So look, I can use another trend line and I can draw another support level here. Sorry, like this. You see, it means the following. So if the price, so what do we see now? So the price broke this trend line down. It means that the next support level will be here, will be somewhere here. Also, guys, there are candlesticks patterns. Yes, so candlesticks patterns. So for example, a shooting star pattern. Yes, so here you see, well, I see at least that here is the pattern, well, on a daily time frame. Well, it means that actually definitely gold can fall down for a while. Yes, and the next support level will be here. So that's what I'm talking about. The same is true for bearish trend. So if you see if the price is getting down, is falling down, in this case, guys, it's definitely better to start with resistance line like this. It's easier to do this, okay, and so on and so on. So the rules are the same. As many touches as possible, as many touches as possible. Like for example, here you see, well, 1, 2, 3, almost 4 times the price touched this line, and as little as few false breakthroughs as possible, okay. $10 deposit and big accounts earn money. Well, look, guys, as for your accounts, so please, well, sorry, so here I was again, so let me show this again. Yeah, so you see 2 trend lines here. Yes, so now the price broke this first trend line. Use the money which you aren't afraid to lose. Yeah, so if you aren't afraid to lose $10, start with $10. Incoming trades, I don't understand. So what is incoming ongoing trades? Can you repeat your question? So what is incoming trade? So just maybe, I don't know, something, well, who knows. Any promo code for VIP? I'm not, actually I'm not working in VIP department. I'm sorry, I cannot give you the promo codes. On your OLYMP Trade monitor, on the bottom, it said your price and gets 25,000. I don't say, ah, well, you mean this one? Yeah, well, it all depends on, yes, well, actually, this is, I'm not sure that this is for just VIP traders. It's for everybody, I guess. Yeah, so if you are trading all the time and you get the turnover, yes, well, till like 70,000, so you will get like $1,500, okay, and so on and so on and so on. So these are some type of bonuses, yeah, so from the system. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Or not? Or not? Which device is better to trade on? Well, to my mind, laptop is better, definitely. Well, but this is the question of just your comfort and so on. So, well, as for me, well, laptop is more comfortable. Yeah, so that's why I'm using laptop to trade, of course, not mobile phone. Well, just mobile phones I'm using if I don't have an access to if my laptop is not available. So let's say so. Well, I'm somewhere in my car or somewhere. Any other questions? Well, okay. In this case, if there are no questions, oh well, Lizzie is writing. So hello, I'm new here. I've been trading on demo accounts for about a week now. When can I deposit? Well, anytime you want, Lizzie. So if you feel confident, yeah. So please, again, don't transfer money which you are afraid to lose. Yeah. So guys, again, so trading is quite risky. That is why don't use the money which you are afraid to lose. If you are a newcomer, be ready that, well, for the first like several weeks, so you will definitely lose your money. So this is for sure, guys. While you are trading, so you always make mistakes. And mistakes, so this is your money. So that is why. So just while you are learning, you will definitely lose some money. So please pay attention to this. Trading is risky. Okay? Did we use 1 minute or 10 minutes time? Well, Kiran, well, as for me personally, as for options, so look, I prefer to lose hours. So I'm trading, so for example, on 1 hour time frame, and I'm usually the expiration time, well, as for me personally, so I prefer to use like 3 hours approximately, like just like this. Weekends holding, good or bad. Dinesh, we don't have swaps for weekends, so that's why. So if you are speaking about forex, you can hold your positions. So that's for sure. Actually, well, it all depends on news. Monday usually is quite calm. There is no news actually on Monday sometimes. So that is why. Well, by the way, guys, to look at the news, so you can go to analytics. Yes, and here is our economic calendar. So for example, if you look at Monday, the 1st of July, you see that actually, let's choose GMT time. There are not so many news here. Yes, we have German manufacturing PMI, so this is the most important news, maybe. And, well, British manufacturing PMI. Yes, oh well, sorry, ISM manufacturing PMI, this is important, yes, well, at 2 o'clock. But usually, well, Mondays, they are quite calm. So that is why, so you can hold your positions. So that's for sure. I don't see anything here, anything bad here. How does one can keep track of prices during weekends? Well, during the weekends, usually on Forex, so you will not see any changes. Yeah, so the prices are not fluctuating during the weekends. They are not changing during the weekends. Useful indicators, guys. Well, as for useful indicators, it's up to you to decide. Well, as for me personally, I prefer to use MACD. I prefer to use moving averages. Yeah, so moving averages, they are quite simple in understanding, in using, in everything. Yeah, so well, simple moving average use different periods. Well, as for me personally, I prefer to use the period of 9. Yes, so actually you see it is showing the trends. When the price breaks the moving average, you will get the signal. And also, well, as for me, I prefer to use MACD. Well, MACD, these are two moving averages, by the way. And when you see the intersection of these lines, so these are the signals to buy or sell. So actually, I guess this indicator is great. $10 deposit and big accounts earn money. This is not the question, sorry. So what's your question, Robin? Well, the plus I'm talking about is for 2 opening trading. How does one keep track? Okay, so that's what I already read. Okay, how do you stop loss and take profits? That's not a problem. So look, guys, let's switch into Forex. Stop losses, take profits. So look, for example, so let's take gold again. Gold is on 1 hour time frame. The trend is bearish. You see, well, the gold is falling down. So here again, so for example, I can use the trend line. I'm using the trend line, so I'm actually, so now I see that, well, the trend is bearish. Gold is moving down. In this case, I can trade down. So let's choose the multiplier to, well, let me show this, please. Yes. Let me choose the multiplier 20. And now I will trade for $100 here. So look, I'm opening the trades down. I'm selling. So now, guys, as for take profits and stop losses. So here are, for example, one of possible option is to set the stop loss just a little bit. Okay, so that's wrong. Just like this. A little bit above this trend line. A little bit above this trend line, okay? So somewhere here. So if the price breaks this trend line and starts rising, well, in this case, actually I will get loss, yes, but my loss will be restricted. So can I move it? Yes, I can. This one. Well, maximum, so here it's $10, almost $11. It's okay, it's okay. So if the price breaks this trend line and reaches my stop loss, I will get minus. But, so actually I will know that the trend has changed, okay? So let's say so. So that is why draw support and resistance lines and set stop losses and take profits depending on these support and resistance lines. Period setting for RSI 14. 14 is classical period. Hello, sir. You're not giving answer to my question, so can you repeat your question, please? Maybe I missed it. Sorry. What's your question? What was your question? I'm not getting you, sir. I do my trade with my phone. Up to you. It's up to you. Well, the question was about what is better. Well, to me, a laptop is better. Well, to you, it may be a cell phone. So it depends. It depends. Hello, Santosh. Russian. Yes. And you? Do I sound like a Russian? Hey, could you please tell me if I buy a trade and it goes up, still my profit is negative? Why? Because of the commission. So if you're speaking about Forex, so look, for example, I open the trades and I have the commission. Yeah, so that's why. So actually, for a while, my profit will be negative. So that's for sure. In them accounts, I did trading very well. Again, so guys, actually, I answered this question already. You can start trading on demo accounts and you can do whatever you want and you can trade very well. If you switch into the real accounts, psychology starts working. So on demo accounts, you are not afraid to lose money. On real accounts, on live accounts, you are afraid to lose money. So that is why you are losing money because you are afraid to make a mistake. And you are making mistakes because you are afraid to lose money. So that's what I'm talking about. Well, in this case, what can you do in this case? Well, at first, you have to trade while you are relaxed. The second thing, so you can start making notes, yeah, so-called trading diaries. So you can start making notes, you can start fixing, so what you are doing, when you are doing this, and so on and so on and so on. Well, in this case, it will help you to concentrate. And of course, you have to have a trading strategy. If you don't have a trading strategy, so nothing will help you. So you will definitely continue losing money. So that's for sure. Angie, hello. Can you please tell about when to start trading and when it's not a good time to trade in a market? Well, as for me personally, guys, well, European session, well, is the best. So look, this is during the day, so approximately, well, speaking about like GMT time, so approximately from 9 o'clock, from 8 9 o'clock GMT time till approximately, so let's say, so 4 5 o'clock, yeah, so GMT time. So it's the best time to trade. Yes, so well, in my opinion. Hello, everything is good here. Well, that's great. I don't know why from last 2 days I lost $20. Did you follow the strategy? Do you have the strategy, by the way? So here is my question to you. I don't know why. What is resistance and support? Again, so the resistance line, it's the line, so the price reached this line and bounces back. Why resistance? Because you see, well, the price actually, it is trying to overcome, to break this line, but it cannot. It cannot. So that's why it is called the resistance line. Yes, the price cannot break this line up. The support line is the same, but the opposite. So look. So here is the support line. Right here. You see, the price like these, and like these. Yes, so the price is moving up, down. It is trying to break this line, but it cannot. Well, but after a while, you see that the price breaks this line. Sometimes it happens, and here is the signal to sell. So this breakthrough is the signal to sell, actually. Okay, guys. So again, support and resistance lines. So these are some type of like a corridor. So if you want, so this is the floor and the ceiling. Okay. What is strong resistance and support? Strong resistance. So if you see that the price touches this line a lot of times, yes, and it cannot break this line. So this is strong resistance line. So that's it. That's it. Also, guys, pay attention that on higher time frames, support and resistance lines are stronger. So that's for sure. I know how to read the economic calendar. Well, as for economic calendar, guys, not today. Okay, so this question is quite difficult. Next time, so I'll try to explain. So if you want, but not today, please. This question is difficult. It's fundamental analysis. You have to know, well, how the news works. So not today. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much for coming again. So today we were discussing the fear of making a mistake bias and possession bias. Well, I was answering your questions. Well, I hope that I was concise, coherent, yes, and this information was useful. Thank you very much, and hope to see you all next time. If you liked the stream, please thumbs up. Bye bye.